Hi all, and welcome to our next video. Today we're going to talk about a piece of software which is integrated into our website. And with this software, what it basically does is that every time a customer comes onto the website, during that visit, the algorithm, the software creates and tracks data about that user, so that it can then give them a unique experience. And also when they come back to the website, it helps again provide that unique experience to the products that they've looked at and recommendations that they've looked at. So we're just going to cover a few different points about the software and what it's done for us, but I do think it's been very beneficial in implementing it into the website. There is other software similar to it, but this has been a very good experience using this. So on our homepage, we have a recommended for you and new products. And again, the recommended for you is based on your search, what you've been looking at, new products. Obviously, new products added onto the website. But because I'm on the website every single day, this is a bit skewed for me. So what I see and what you see will be totally different because these are not new products that's just been added onto the website. Customer bought this yesterday, so while we were looking at this and answering questions, that's why this is now recommending this to us, because it knows that this is products that I've been looking at basically. So we've got this on the homepage, but you can also have it. So, for instance, within different collections, like the TV unit as an example, these are then showing you popular products. Again, it will show you products that it believes relevant to the user. For new users, it will be slightly different, but as they use your website, gathers information, it will then give them more tweaked details. On the product page as well, right next to we've got a description. We then have some recommended products here. Now you could argue that that's interfering with the potential of the customers buying process, that they've decided this product are going to buy it. But with high ticket items, people do a lot more browsing, I feel, and therefore showing them some other options rather than looking at that deciding it's not for them. There is the argument that, well, actually they're not going to buy that, they've seen this, they'll go look at this and they may purchase that product. So there's pros and cons to everything and looking at it really. And then again, on the actual shopping page, on the cart page, again, others also bought. Now, a lot of themes have that integrated within the theme anyway, but the key difference with this is that it's all based on the algorithm and what the software is actually showing you, and because it's intelligent recommendations. And I think it's on the Hello Retail's website, they say that it typically can increase the conversion rate by 20 to 25%, and then also increase the average basket size. And again, it depends on what you're selling and what products that is going to be recommended and integrated with. So here's an example that we've had this, I think it's July, August, something like that last year. So we'll run this from the 1st of August to the 1st of May. And you'll see here that the recommendations, which is just what we've been looking at just now, for people who don't use the recommendations, just come onto the website, purchase something, so they've been driven there by our advertising. The average order value is £964, and our conversion rate is 0.21%. Now, the people who do interact with the software, the average order value is slightly more, not a massive amount more, but the conversion rate is significantly more. It's at 1.25%. And based on all the interactions, they're saying that 456,000 of the from using interacting with this software has came to our store. Now, there is an argument that some of these interactions, because it's recommended products for you, that when someone comes back to the website, they're coming to buy the product. So when they come on the home page and they see the product that we're going to buy, then they were going to buy that anyway. So therefore, that would naturally improve your conversion rate over here and have effect on your average order value. However, on the flip side, that's making that process easier for them. So they may come back onto your website and maybe they don't find that product, especially for someone like us where we've got 4,500 to 5,000 products. So if they can't find it, maybe they'll leave and they won't buy it. So it's just this software makes that buying process easier for them. So I don't believe that this is the exact, figure. Then this would be the figure without it. I think there's a combination or somewhere in the middle for both of them, really. I do think this will be high. This is higher, and this may be slightly lower. But the whole recommendations and making that experience for the user easier and better is a useful tool. Especially if someone spent a lot of time looking at different products. Like for us, they might be looking at bedroom furniture, they may be looking at the living room furniture, so the then dining room, depending on, they might have a whole house renovation. So coming back onto the website and quickly showing them some products that they were looking at before that they may or may not have kept a note of, then this is definitely worthwhile. Where a lot of the built-in themes and it will give you recommended products, it's not based on that specific user. It's just based on what the Shopify is designed to show them, or the theme is showing them. So having a intelligent recommended products is, I would say, a great thing to have. The next thing, which I think is amazing for them, is their search. It's so good. So again, when you load up the search, you'll see 10 popular products. But again, that's based on the algorithm. We've been looking at a lot of these products recently, so it's showing us them there. But say for instance, we search white, as you type in the word, it'll start doing it, and then marble, dining. And then it starts to show you, or I've made a mistake there. It starts to show you the actual products. Or you can, let's type in black, dining table, and again it will start showing you things that's relevant with black. Now there is things that you can change within this and settings, and we probably, because we've got so many products, but there's certain things that the categories have maybe not been set up in the best way, and because we never integrated this from the beginning, so a lot was done and there'll be a lot of changes done to change for that. But it is worthwhile, changing that basically. But again, you can go into brands, you can sort by categories, sort by the price. Here's products you don't see on the screen, but there's products here that's recommended based on a search that you can quickly click on and go to, as well as obviously you can go through here and see lots of different options that it's recommending. Again, you might actually know the name of the product. So like I've typed in Adeline here because it's like one of our tables, and you'll see all these Adeline dining tables and options that are coming up. So the search function, I think, is amazing. Really, it's so fast, provides exactly what they want. And if we look at the analytics for the search, you'll see that people who don't use the search, again, it's a similar conversion of 0.21 and 964, but for people who do interact with the search, the conversion rate is almost 3%. So it's a massive jump. The average order value, again, similar to before with the recommendations, but the big jump here is the conversion rate. And if I change it to something more recent, then it was something like 3.5%. So it shows that it's got better, because I think in the early stages it's still learning, and the longer you have this, the better it gets. So if you've got a store that's been running for a couple of years and you have this software on for a couple of years, I do believe this conversion rate will grow and grow and grow, because the search gets better, the recommendations, the algorithm gets better, it gets to learn customers' information so that it can then personalise products that's more unique for that customer. And then again here, the calculated value of people using the search. So people who have used the search, it contributes to £279,000. And then you'll show here just some stats and everything like click-through rate, stuff like that. Again, and within the software, you can look at conversions. You can also look at the path. It doesn't show everything, and some of these features I think are maybe possibly relatively new. But you can see like this sale here. This is one from today. They looked at recommendations. They use search. Their person another search, but there's lots in here that have used the search. Anybody who doesn't interact with the software and just purchases, I don't think it tracks that, because there's nothing in here where people have not used anything, and obviously not every conversion is linked to the software. Again, it tracks abandoned carts, but that's a relatively new thing, because that looks like it's only been doing that since February, and it gives you some statistics there. And then another feature, which if you're doing a lot of Facebook advertising, is that once it gathers a lot of data and information, it can then from that information, from that audience list, you can then import that into Facebook, and then you can do targeting based on a like audience. So there's a lot of benefit from that, and the software's gathering information about customers and their experiences, their history, products, and then you're using that on Facebook to then target a similar type of audience to get the most out of your advertising. So that really kind of gives you kind of insight into it all, kind of quick snapshot. Or there's one other thing, as well as all that, you can then also integrate it into your emails. So here's an example at the bottom of one of our emails where this is just an old email campaign. So when you send out the campaign, you put in a bit of code that then links it back to your shop, and then that user, because of their email address and probably some history from them, they will then see products that's relevant to them. So if you've then sent out a campaign email and there's some information in there, and then not only does it remind them obviously about your store, but it's showing them exactly the products that they were looking at, or they were looking at the last time they were on your website. So again, that also helps with conversions. So definitely all these different tools, it's all to do with obviously increasing your conversions, getting the most out of your customers really. So it's something that we would highly recommend. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And if you like the video, give it a like, share it out with people. And like always, we always mention that if you want further help with your high ticket dropshipping, we have our one-on-one mentoring, which is direct calls with myself, and we'll guide you through the whole process wherever you're stuck to get you up and running and make the most out of your business. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Have a great day. Bye.